set up real fast. Okay, that. Just there we go. Bam. Okay, did the community post and Discord. All right, there we go. Now let's just get into the. There we go. All right, welcome here to our next live stream. A bit of an interesting vote ahead of us here. Obviously, we have Rubina and T-Core in the block, as we saw from last night's episode, which, I'll be honest, I didn't really watch last night's episode because I was just so distracted by Big Survivor. But did not mean to drop that. Yeah, I'm also literally eating dinner right now. So like, I guess this is part live stream, part mukbang. So I'm having some sausage with peppers and stuff. It's pretty good. But if we were talking about the actual vote, it's actually a somewhat interesting vote here, despite everything. So I'll just go through in a sec. So basically, to set the stage for tonight, 5 votes, takes 3 to evict. So it's looking right now that Angela is going to be a lock vote for T-Core to go. It's pretty clear. MJ, Mackenzie, she is pretty firm in voting on T-Core. Now, I have not been following the live feeds that closely today, so I'm not aware that MJ backed down or not. She seemed pretty resolute from last time I saw. Let me just see if there's anything online. I'm just checking Reddit real fast. What is this? Okay. So look at the indication. Oh, so it looks like it's gonna be like a unanimous vote. Is that what we're getting at this point? So basically, like, I guess, to spoil the result ahead, T-Core's done. T-Core's toast. So like, as of yesterday, like, what it was looking like, it looked like it was going to be like a 2-2 situation where Cam is the deciding vote, because you have Chemo voting to take out Rabina because Chemo was closer to T-Core, and then you have Chelsea, who was for them somewhat adamant in wanting to keep T-Core, as obviously T-Core is better for her game, as T-Core is like a pretty big threat in front of Chelsea, while also like someone who is pretty loyal to her. And then you had Cam, who was kind of like wavering for a lot of it, where it did seem like he was like on the T core side initially, but then Chelsea kind of got on the back down. But it did seem by the end of as of the live feed update earlier today on RJP that Cam was on the T core side. So it's looking now, and I'm guessing it looks now like Chelsea may also vote out T core, which would make it a 4-1 vote. Which, if that's the case, like Chemo could be like just like a sympathy vote here, knowing that his vote doesn't really matter. Actually, maybe I'll just. No. So I think we're either gonna get like a 3. I think it comes into what Chelsea does. I think Chemo's the most likely to vote out Rabina here, which means we're probably gonna either get like a 3-2 where Tigor goes home or a 4-1 Tigor goes home. It's just a question of what Chelsea does. But it's looking very, very likely that T-Core will be the boot here, will become the second member of the jury. And then it should be an interesting Final 7 round. I mean, assuming T-Core goes out, MJ is going to be in a pretty good spot. Just a question of what happens next. So I think that's where things are going with Big Brother. We're also supposed to be getting a live HOH tonight, or at least the start of one. So if it's a quiz comp, then that means we'll actually get to see on the show who it is that wins. It could also be an endurance comp too. I think that's what the consent, at least that from the people I heard, that seems to be what the consensus is that it's going to be an endurance comp, which would obviously mean we're not going to see how it ends tonight. But it'll also be strange because we just had an endurance HOH. Like, are they really going to have 2 endurance HOHs in a row? Like, that seems kind of strange. I feel like a quiz would make the most sense. But we'll see. So aside from that, I also have Survivor. Last night was premiere. I actually just like less than an hour ago I finished making the power ranking for episode 1. It's now available for patrons and YouTube members, so I guess it's a bit of a plug for that. Hey Chrissy, yeah, it was wild. I'm assuming you're talking about the Survivor premiere. Yeah, the episode itself was like it was kind of strange because I felt like there wasn't a lot of like characters being set up. I felt like there was a lot of like just running around and scrambling. Like obviously you had like Rome and Gabe doing their idol shenanigans that took up a decent chunk of the episode. You had like that they're like replacing for Sweat and Savvy that also felt like it took up like a good chunk of the episode. And I feel like there's like a number of people that we didn't really get to know that well through the premiere, so I think we'll have to see how that plays out moving forward. But yeah, I just finished recording the power ranking for this week. Obviously there was some movement all things considered. Mhm. Don't feel like I knew a lot of the blue team. Yeah, I feel like the blue team was kind of under edited. Where I feel like, I mean, obviously we got to know Sue. We got new. I feel like Sue got a pretty strong edit, but even her, it's like she didn't get like an intro package. Like we didn't get to like see like some of her like her kooky side. Obviously, she seems like a pretty big character, but I don't think that really reflected well in the premiere. Like it seemed like a lot of the focus was about how like despite her being the older lady that she gets set to like these relationships with like Gabe and Caroline. Honestly, Gabe got a decent amount of focus, but a lot of that felt circumstantial because he was like looking for the Beware advantage for a lot of it. I guess TK kind of got something. Like, I mean, TK got a little bit. Caroline got a little bit, but then Kyle barely got anything. Um, who else is there? Am I missing anyone? Just join. Sorry, you probably said this. Who do you think is going home? T Core is very likely to go home at this point. So I guess I can just show it again. So it was looking at first that it was going to be a 3-2 vote to take out T Core here. You have MJ pretty firm against T Core. Angela's very ready to pull the trigger there. And then Cam, I think, is leaning towards voting T Core at this point. Though he was wavering a bit, but I think at this point he's pretty locked in. And I think the question becomes, what does Chelsea do? So Chemo, I think, is probably a vote to take out T Core. Again, but would mostly be as a sympathy vote because I think even he knows that T Core is the target. It really just comes down to what Chelsea does, to where she can either make it a 3-2 where T Core goes home or 4-1. But either way, T Core does seem to be the target at this point, and I haven't heard anything saying that it's shifted back to Rabina. It does look very likely that T Core is about to go home. But we are a little over 10 minutes now from the show starting. So I guess talking more about the premiere from Survivor. So I think there's like, I guess like without getting into too much detail about the actual ranking, I think there's like three like standout contenders right now. So I talk about this in the video too. So something that I really struggled with putting together the ranking is that a part of me recognizes that having like the best edit after episode 1 is probably not enough to mean you're gonna win, because we've literally seen this with 46, 45, even 44. So in 46, I had Hunter was number 1 after the premiere. He obviously did not win. 45, Kotora was number 1 after the premiere, and she obviously doesn't win. And who did I have 44? Was it Matthew? Who did I have number 1 after the 44 premiere? I'm just pulling up the old spreadsheet. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Where is it? Okay, so I had Carson number 1 after the premiere, though I think even then I qualified that. So basically, it's like having like the best edit of the premiere is probably like not a great sign long term. Now, again, even with hindsight, I don't regret those selections at the time, because like I feel like after episode 1, they definitely had like, they checked the most boxes, they had the most evidence of like having a solid edit, and obviously all 3 of those people that I mentioned were like major figures on the season, but they didn't win. And it was mainly the people in like the 5 to 7 range after episode 1 that go on to win, where it's like you get introduced, you get like some setup, but like they try not to make a big deal out of it, and it's not until they try to treat the pre-merge as like a slow burn. And I was thinking, as I was putting together the power ranking this week, I was thinking about whether I should try that. And I guess, spoiler alert, I didn't. I went with the people I probably would have gone with before, like the people that have the most evidence after episode 1. But I even said in the video that with these top 3, that they're probably not going to win by the end of it. If I had to bet money right now, they're probably not going to win. But they will be like major characters on the season. So I guess I can just get into it. So the 3 people in alphabetical order are Sam, Sierra, and Sue. It's sort of funny that they're all in the same part of the alphabet. So I feel like those 3 got the best edits after episode 1, and they're the top 3 on the power ranking. And I think they had the most quote unquote evidence, even though I feel like based off recent trends, having like that strong of a premiere out of the gate is probably not the best sign long term, but they're probably going to be relatively high for the beginning sections of the season. So I guess to that end, like we then have, so basically it's like you have the top 3. I think so. You then have Asia. I don't know what to do with Asia because in some ways I think she kind of fits into that tier of people who I expect to be a major character on the season. Probably not win. Probably going to be a big player. But I also think she's not like perfect either. Like, because she does get undercut when Rome like immediately says after she goes on the second challenge that um she's like making a mistake. And I think like with her having a relatively big edit, kind of considering in like the challenge, but also like obviously the camp life stuff as well. I don't think she's gonna win either, but I don't think she's quite in the same ballpark as those top 3 I mentioned edit wise. But I think really, and I talk about this as well, I think it's really that like 5 to 7 range that I think is gonna have the winner. But the problem is that I just don't think there's enough evidence yet for me to go all in, because I feel like if I did that, it would just be speculation. So the 3 people that I have in mind for this, again, in this grouping are, again, in alphabetical order. It is Keyshawn, Sierra, and Tiana. Also, I messed up. So Sierra is actually in that lower tier. Teeny was actually that 3rd person in the like best edit tier. I realized after I misspoke, but it's Sam, Sue, Teeny in that top tier, that I don't expect to win, but they just have like the most evidence. I feel like I can speak the most confidently about why they're number 1, or like the number 1, 2, 3. But I think like in that 5 to 7 range, it is Keyshawn, Sierra, and Tiana. And this is kind of like where like the winners of like 44 through 46 fell, because 44 like Jam was like in that range. I think it was number 6 after the premiere, if I remember correctly. But then D was number 5 at the premiere of 45, 46. Kendi was number 5. She did drop off, and I did kind of throw out our contention, but the point still stands. I think like if we are assuming that this season's going to be edited the same way as like other New Era seasons, I should have those people at number like 1, 2, 3, because like they got that like setup of, it's like, okay, like got their introduction, they have like some set to a storyline. Or Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn can go either way. Like Keyshawn's weird because like he can like be like the set to be like this big mastermind, but it could also be like a complete joke, like someone who like tries and fails at everything. But then like you have Sierra, who again could be an early boot depending on how things go, but I think got good enough introduction there. And I think Tiana is someone who is probably the most under edited of those 3, but like still got a good confessional in the intro. So like I think based off, if I am like considering history, like they probably should be number one. And I am willing to bet that at least one of them is going to enter that top echelon at some point in the pre-merge. And I considered like preemptively doing that, like saying like, okay, I'm laying out my cards now, but I did decide to back off simply because like again speculation for now. Like we'll have to see what happens. Like I think I'm willing to wait on them a little bit before going all in on them. But yeah, T Court going home. Yes, she is. Also, I realized we are just a couple minutes from starting. So again, top of the screen. But yeah, T Core's going home. Again, I think with Teeny though, like they're just like I think they're just gonna be like Evie from 41. Like they seem to be in a good spot on their tribe right now. Like probably gonna be a big player in the pre-merge. But I just think that's it. Like I think they're gonna be like a decoy, kind of like Evie or Tiffany or something like that, or Tiffany from 46, I should say. Also, I do have to watch it on my cable app tonight because there's a football game tonight in my area. Patriots are playing, so and it's like Thursday night, so like normally like Thursday night football is on Prime, but because it's like the team in my area, they're also showing on like the regular stations. So CBS is off limits. I had to go to the alternate station. So good thing I have my phone ready to go. All right, let me try regular CBS first. Oh, nope, I have to turn on Bluetooth. All right, there we go. Mother's gonna cut Asia at Final Five and win. Mother Sue or Teeny? Our show starting now. It is on CBS, so football doesn't affect it. So Julie's back hosting. All right, now we're getting to the recap here. Yeah, should be a straightforward show. Not really expecting. Again, it's really just a vote count. I think that'll be interesting here. Just getting the recap right now. Yeah, so I literally did not see last night's episode, so I didn't see anything with the janky veto. Okay, so she lost the challenge. Okay, I wonder if she threw it. She probably threw it because she wasn't going to use it even if she like had the ability to. Yeah, because yeah, she said she wasn't going to use it, so she probably threw it. It's just dumb, but that's what you got. He said she threw. Okay, like I don't remember hearing about that, but it may make sense. Like, I mean, it's pretty like in line with what she was doing anyway. All right, we're back. Yeah, we have Julie just talking right now. But first, we're going into the main show now. All right, we have Chemo being pretty upset by the set of circumstances here. Poor Chemo. But they're the good people. How can Leah do this to such deserving people? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just getting the normal post veto DRs. Maybe. Now we're getting Leah feeling bad. Oh, boo hoo. Isn't this so sad? Don't you feel bad for Leah right now? Maybe. We've got Chelsea explaining her decision here to keep Decor. Now we're getting a combo with Cam and MJ. Probably them. Probably gonna set MJ being the one to campaign against T-Core here. All right, getting a Cam DR right now. Maybe. Now we're having Angela and Leah hugging. Maybe. Or now we're getting MJ stuff. That's not nice. She's useless. We're having Rabina. Rabina is like super emotional in this confessional here. She's clearly not happy about this whole situation. Right. Now we're getting chemo and Rabina talking. They're just crying. Probably. I mean, he probably is. Perhaps. Yeah, like Rabina's in the sense that chemo's not voting to keep her. All right, probably gonna get to commercial now. All right, probably getting the Cam Chelsea stuff, more of it at least. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much. Yeah, so part of me thinks that this HOH comp is gonna be like a quiz because maybe it's like they go inside or something, or I mean they could go down. Maybe there's like an endurance comp in the basement or something, but you never know. We're at commercial right now. I guess I can also turn on like the game on Prime. Right. So I literally have the football game on at the same time as Big Brother. It's pretty funny. Where should I have it? I'll leave it right here. It's Patriots versus Jets. Um, yeah. So like, is there anything anyone wants to talk about right now? Or while we're at commercial, probably gonna get like another segment, and then I don't know another commercial. They'll do the vote. Probably. Maybe we should switch the screens here. Anyway, we are back from commercial here. Probably getting more Cam and MJ stuff. Showing the trio like splitting, like getting divided. Probably. All right. All right, we're having another janky thing. Isn't this so much fun? Yeah. I forgot to close the polls. Yeah, I should probably end the polls now. It's pretty much the thing no one cares about. Yeah. I'm just filling up time right now. Oh dang! No, I was watching the football game. You know, anyway, now we're getting more Cam and MJ stuff. Yeah. Yeah, now we're seeing Cam and Chelsea bickering. Yeah, this is so awkward. Yeah, yeah. This is pretty petty. What Chelsea's doing here. we're still on this. And now we're getting Cam and Chelsea. Let's see if they can clear the air here. Yep, Chelsea's just accusing Cam of toying with all the women. I think it's just you. All right, we're going to commercial now. Looks like we're about to get to this vote. We're at the commercial break. Which reminds me, I do have to prepare for the games and stuff. Yeah, polls to update. We got games to update. Lots of stuff. So, like I said, it's probably going to be, I guess, 4-1 at this point. 4-1 T core. That could be 3-2. It could be 3-2. All right, we are getting back from commercial now. We're getting straight into the vote because we have a live competition, or at least the start of one. All right, here we go. Maybe. They're probably going to do like the song one more time. Yep. Yep, they're doing the song. All right. All right, we're getting to the speeches now. They're all outside. All right. All right, fine speech. All right, Rabina's speaking now. Okay. Oh, I had to do the vote count thing. All right, here we go. I'm literally updating the spreadsheet as I go along. All right, so they're all just going upstairs. Looks like Mackenzie's up first. So I guess just look at the poll real fast. So I believe the consensus was 3-2. Yeah, like about half people voted 3-2 T Core. And we're getting to the vote now. MJ's the first one up. Should be a vote to evict T Core here. Nothing too flashy here. It's taking a while. Right? MJ's vote for T Core. Nothing too shocking there. Chemo next up. Probably should be a vote for Rabina here. Nobody voted for a unanimous T Core vote, so should go through here. Chemo's pretty emotional about this. All right, vote for Rabina. Continuing the streak of non-unanimous votes. Pretty good for modern Big Brother. I feel like Big Brother's a lot of Unanimous votes. Anyway, Cam is up next here. Should be a vote for T-Core, considering everything we saw. Right? Vote for T-Core. Not too shocking there. Right, Chelsea. This is pretty much going to decide how the poll results go. What does Chelsea do? Does she pile on? All right. Chelsea, vote for T-Core here is going to be 4-1. Once Angela votes. Right, Angela vote for T-Core. It is 4-1. T-Core becomes second member of the jury. It's taking forever for Angela to walk downstairs. We got stuff to update here. Got a lot to update here. Anyway, we're getting the reaction now. All right. All right. Focus is on chemo here. Pretty upset as usual. Pretty solemn for the most part. Nothing too out of the ordinary here. She's silently hugging everyone. MJ, Angela look pretty upset here. But yeah, the 4-1 people, they are. I came very close to switching my vote to 4-1, but I decided against it. Anyway, who voted for what? Oh, not what I meant to do. And we now have T-Core walking through the house. It reminds me a lot of when Joseph was evicted in BB24. All right, focus inside the house. Only six out of 20 people are getting points for the vote count. And we're going to commercial now. Should give me a chance to update the votes, or at least the games and stuff. Okay, got all that. Okay. 18. All right. Again, pretty much what I expected here. The question was whether Chelsea was going to pile on. Sure enough, she did. I'm just updating like the stuff right now. So a lot of people pick. So a lot of people pick T Core as the boot early in the week. So a lot of people are going to get points there. 3, 4. Um, 10. Okay, so that's everyone. 4. Jaylee. Just updated the poll scores. Um, so I just did that. Now I update the pool. All the other games. So I just updated the polls. I did not factor in like the HOH questions. I figured I'll just wait until next week to include that in next week's update. I don't really feel like doing it right now. Anyway, so next we have the draft. How's the draft looking? So 8. Of course, pretty well picked in that. 18. All right, we about to get back from commercial where we are going to get the exit interview from Julie. All right. Updating the draft. Julie's asking about the Tucker move. All right, we're gonna get some goodbye messages here. Got plenty of time left, so we could complete a competition here. Okay. All right. Okay. Looks like it's a quiz comp based off what we're seeing here. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I wasn't paying attention to the chat. Who got evicted? T Core was just evicted. In a 4-1 vote. Can't believe T Core's gone. She was such a good player. She was a good social player. I think she's a good player, but not the greatest. I think it makes sense. Did you quit or something? Why are we live so early? No, we're live at the normal time. Yeah, we normally go live at like 8 p.m. Well, it's 8 p.m. Eastern when the show is. No, we're on time. Looks like we're getting a quiz comp here, so. Anyway, let's go do the rest of the stuff. So I guess we can go down to the poll. So let me just show the poll results here. As you can see, MJ was the most popular pick to win the HOH here. 9 of the 17 votes. I personally voted for Cam here, but he got 4 votes. Cam was the next most popular, and then kind of spread out here. No one voted for Rubino or T-Core, the 2 nons, but pretty much the 5 remaining other options all got votes. Even Angela and Chelsea got votes, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens. I mean, question is whether we'll actually get to see the whole thing or not. Looked like, I mean, this could be an endurance comp, but it's also like a, I think it's kind of a strange looking comp, like because like they have like stations, but they're also like really spread out, or at least that's what it looked like. And we're still commercial. All right, we're about to get back from commercial here. All right. All right, we're getting to comp. Okay, it looks like they have a button thing. So it looks like it should be relatively short. At least you'd think it would. Okay, it's just a puzzle. Never mind. It's a pretty small one. It's not really heavy. It's just like a balancing thing. So this one could be over quickly, but it could also take a while, depends on how bad they are at it. So I think wait, an hour. All right. So we have like 5 minutes to work with, so this could wrap up. Anyway, competition just started here. Focus on Cam making a very slow start. It's like he's not even trying. We have Rabina making some decisions here. We have MJ at work. We have Angela like having a good thing going. We have Chelsea having something here. So they said it was. So they said there was an 1 hour time limit. Do they expect them to take the whole hour? All right, we're going to commercial, I guess. Yeah, so probably not gonna get a thing tonight. Yeah, that would be funny if like someone won during the commercial break, and they was like, "Oh, they won." Oh, no, we'll see. Let's probably get back. Competition still going, and Julie just like made the announcement. I am expecting it's probably gonna be a double next week, isn't there? So I think that's something else to keep in mind. All right, getting back from commercial here. All right, so it is still going. Just imagine if someone wins while Julie talks. Anyway, she's just doing the announcements right now. All right, it is Zingbot week. Well, 90-minute episode. Trying to keep me up all night, Julie. All right, so it is a double next week. All right, so now we get to see more of this HOH comp, I guess. Probably not going to get a resolution, but we'll just see what happens here. So it's like right now Chelsea's ahead. Yeah, Cam has nothing going on really. Bina has a little bit, not much. Oh, Chelsea's like starting over. Is MJ singing the Janky song? All right. Okay. So that was that. So again, pretty standard episode. Again, not too surprised by the outcome by the end of it. But yeah, can't complain too much. So next week will be double eviction. Should be pretty hype. And, yeah, we'll see what happens there. Does anyone have any last thoughts before I sign off? So yeah, again, so if you're not already a patron or YouTube member, the 47 power ranking will be coming out on Saturday morning. And then next week we got the double eviction. Pretty exciting stuff here, and so yeah, back in next week. See ya.